Okay, we want to conclude our identity of the black man by letting you know some of the achievements of black people in our generation. We welcome you all on the internet who are coming to the School of the Knowledge of God, the Dominion Gathering. We are summing up our teaching on the identity of the black man with the introduction into the achievements of black people in our generation. That is to show you that even when we didn't know our identity, some black people were able to break through and perform. And it should be a lesson and an encouragement to us. So that is what is all about this new document that we are giving to you. So you can see the heading there, the achievements of the black people in our generation. Then let me read the intro and you will see. So far, our education on the identity of the black man highlighted earlier which God documented for us concerning his achievements and the mess we created and God's intention through all this. To teach us the capabilities and abilities that the black people have in them. All these lessons sum up to teach us that indeed we have what it takes as black people to be the eyes as Moses confirmed. And that also proved our ability to be signs, vision, and direction to this world of humanity. But it will also be encouraging and exciting if we would be informed about achievements that black people attain in our generation all over the world. And that is what the attachment document is all about. The first identity or the first black person we want to highlight on and his achievement over racial issues is Nelson Mandela. In fact, Nelson Mandela is one of the greatest black people in our generation. He almost experienced what Joseph went through in prison and finally came out after almost 28 years in prison, maltreated in prison by his enemies. But he maintained his belief. He maintained what he was fighting for. And he maintained that justice will come one day. Look at somebody in prison having all these hopes. And you are walking about free. You don't even think about what you must achieve in future. That is a failure. This man was in prison, but still had hope that one day what I'm fighting for will come to pass. And indeed, it came to pass that he walked out of prison free after almost 28 years and became the president of South Africa as a nation. He became the one to rule the people that maltreated him. Very, very interesting. And that is a great lesson for us as black people to learn. That if this man, even in prison, could succeed, then we who are outside prison should succeed better. Yes. We should liberate the whole world better. Because Mandela spent 28 almost years in prison, but was able to liberate South Africa at the end of the day. And you and I, who are not in prison, then we should be able to liberate the whole world easily. Amen. And that is the achievement lesson that we must be ready to learn. Let me read it and you see. Take for instance, a black man, Mr. Nelson Mandela Madiba. This man was a great son of Africa, displayed the highest level of maturity that can be compared to no other race in our generation. I'm telling you, I have never read about any race or any person who went through what he did, apart from Joseph. Or somebody has read about somebody tell me. 28 years in prison. He says that as a fighter for the just cause of freedom for his people, landed him in prison by his superior colonial race for 28 years. And when he was released, succeeded and qualified to be the president of South Africa, and with the highest authority and power over every race in South Africa, including those who maltreated and abused him unjustly. Mandela never sought to use his opportunity of retributive justice. Even when people of other race maltreated the black people in their own country, being the majority, the black people still treated the minority with dignity and was never power drunk, but handed over when he saw that he was not very strong. But in our generation, we see people who are physically weak and vegetative, but still want to hold to office of the presidential. This great work and achievement of a black man like Nelson Mandela should be a lesson to all leaders, especially African leaders, not to hold on to power when they have to relinquish it. This is a good example and evidence that black man can rule the whole world in godly manner that will satisfy all race, as did Mandela. If they clap of it. You see, Mandela proved to the world that our black race will not pay back evil to evil. Have you realized that? Yeah. Yes, because he had every power to even deal with Bolter and others who mishandled him. But he took power as a president, never said that they should investigate the maltreatment that they maltreated him, which he could have done. He had presidential power to do that. Because these people that put me in prison, let's investigate. What crime did I commit? No, what crime? But he didn't do that. He ruled for some time and he said, I'm now weak. Let somebody take over. In this world, when people are vegetables, they still want to rule. Huh? When people cannot walk, they still want to rule. Algeria, look at that old man. He still wanted to rule. Look at Paul Biya, Cameroon. Why? Look at Yoweri Museveni, Uganda. The last time I saw him in his office running and making press ups, I said, who are you deceiving? You will collapse one day. Why do we want to hold to power? That simple shows that there's something we are hiding. Oh, black people. If Mandela did it, then we can do it better. Yes, Mandela didn't get the teaching of the identity of the black man, but he did it. So you that you are getting, you must be able to do better than he did. If the clap of it. Another achievement of the black race is the achievement of a black man in the attainment of the highest and the most important office in the world, the White House. This was a house that they don't even think about the black man to come near. Yes. Not even to pick a black man in America as a running mate. Yes. But what did God do? God made a black man successfully enter the White House and not be the vice president, but the president. Lift the clap of it. The most powerful and influential office in the world, the White House, is not a place known to be available for the race like the black people. Even though many attempts by black people proved futile, but in the right time, as God's will wanted, He made it possible for the first black son of Africa to qualify and enter and rule in that office. In fact, I am the best person to tell you how this came about, being an instrument that God used in this regard as a prophet, Peter Anamo from Africa, not in Ghana. For your information, this was the mind of God that was unveiled in the year 2000, and the privilege of knowing God's mind and the revelation, as the scripture says, it should have been he, not him. Or is it him? He that much is given. Or is it him? The English?
It's him.
It's him, eh?
Oh, yeah. No,
Mr. Frebu.
he.
That's the second paragraph. For your information, down the third line. Have you seen it? It should be
Please, let's take it out.
him.
Yes.
Him that much is given, much is required, much is desired. Eh? Okay. If it's English, then if he says that this is done, you will go, where do you guys see you to know your English? I saw you only in this hall. You just call him Agogoloshi English. If you think it's he, when we close, come and prove to me. Amen.
Amen.
Him that much is given, much is desired, or much is required. In fact, God gave me much. So for that matter, God will require much from me. And you, why are you here and other people are not here? That means you are getting much and they are not here. That means much will be required from you. Because you were here. Because you have been coming here. That's why I challenge you with the material. Because you have a material others don't have. So do you think God will work with you like others? No. You were given much. You are listening to me, hearing me, going through the series with me. Let me tell you, you are being given much, and God will require much from you. He that much is given, or him that much is given, much will be required from you. Don't just come here and go, come here and go. Don't just watch the internet series over and over, but know that one day God will require much from you. So it took us commitment and hard work to get this fulfilled. The most important thing is that God brought it to pass. And the lesson to be learned from this is that the rejected and the disregarded black man is worthy and capable in occupying the highest office in the land. Let me tell you, the black man's entering of the White House is a manifestation of what I'm teaching you today, the identity of the black man. Because nobody can tell you anything much than me. Even when CNN and BBC came to Ghana in 2008 and was dealing with multi-TV and multimedia, they asked them, they want to interview somebody that knows. They said, oh, it's Prophet Peter Amo. Because he told us that a black man will enter the White House 2004. When nobody believed him. So I was invited to then join FM and for BBC and CNN to put their camera, and I was interviewed. So this is a record that is there. Why? I said it before anybody could even believe it. Obama's popularity came in the Democrats Party campaign in 2006 when Bill Clinton brought him into limelight. 2006. I have talked about it 2004 when nobody knew anybody called Obama in American self. So that will tell you that God preempted me. In fact, 2000. That's why I'm here. I only said in 2004 because I was reluctant. That was when I was new in prophetic office. But the most important thing is that if God could do it, then God can do it again. Amen. And this time, it's not going to do it with any other person but you. Tell the person, it is you seated by me. Tell the person, get ready.
Get ready.
Tell the person, it's no more Obama.
It's no more Obama.
But it is you. Lift a clap of him. Now, let's look at other achievements of other black people that you might not be aware of. Some achievements of black people worth mentioning. Do you know that there are many discoveries that have benefited this world and they were inventions from black people? We might not be able to tell you that to talk about all, but a few of them as encouragement to the black race. That the awareness should be the lesson and the encouragement that should come to us. Number one, dry cleaning service. The industrial system of dry cleaning in the world was first begun by a black man. Did you know that? When you go to laundry, they talk about dry cleaning. It's a black man who discovered that. The man is called Thomas Jennings, who patented this system of dry cleaning in the year 1821 in American state of the New York. This is also to reveal the scientific capabilities of the black man. 1821, a black man brought the idea of dry cleaning. I'm sure you used to think he's a white man, is that not it? Yes. Telecommunication systems, let's go there too. Dr. Joseph Jackson, a great black man who holds 6 patent rights. You see? 6. Some of them are telecommunications, fertility productions, V-chip device that allow users to block selected contacts on cable TV. That is creating instructions in television viewership and TV remote control device in 1929 in America, long before television was invented. You see, this guy was the one who brought about remote control. This black man, Dr. Joseph. Remote control that can restrict some places in viewership that you cannot go. All black man. Railway transmitter systems. A great son of black race called Graville Woods successfully invented telephone transmitter systems in the railway system, subway system, and roller coaster systems that enhance efficiency and safety of operations. When you go to America, that you understand this more. They have underground train station, deep, about 10 floors. You are going down. Trains are running underground. In New York, I tell you, you can get lost there. And by the time you know, 9 to 4, you are still roaming out down there. It's a whole city. But this black man was the one who designed communication the underground there. You see that even on earth, sometimes you are talking on mobile phone, you say, oh, the reception is not good. How much more underground? And this black man, he was able to create this kind of thing. And that made train transportation very safe. Otherwise, crashes, accidents. Look at the recent collision in India of train. Almost 300 people died. Over 1,000 people were hurt. Because these are speed trains. When you don't communicate well, collision will happen. Because they have to meet somewhere and separate. One stops and one passes and one continues. Over here, we don't have trains, so we don't know how important trains are. When you go to America, because train system is very efficient and is cheap. When I was in America, in Poughkeepsie State, it's almost like from here to Nkoko. But it was $2.50. In and out, $5, you can go to New York and come back by train. But if you are not careful, every day when I go and I'm coming back, I'll be lost. Because the trains are plenty. If you are not careful, you go and enter the wrong one to take you to some place. Then you'll be asking, they'll say, oh, you are lost. They will take another train and come back. When you are lost, it's safe because you have not gone out. So you can enter any train and go back and get the right train. But the moment you go out, you have to pay and come in. And sometimes too, it's not that you are lost. You be in the train and you sleep. So it will get to your destination, pass. And then come back and come and pass. You are sleeping. If you are lucky and somebody wakes you up, then you are saved you. But when you wake you up, your matter is where you get up, you are confused. Hey, where are we? In fact, city inside, it's not small. This small Accra, I go to New York and see. People are living in New York and they get lost every day. They are living in the city, but they get lost every day. Because New York City, one night I traveled with bus, 12 midnight, we left the bus station. And the road was clear because it's late. And I was sitting by the driver. And we have traveled 2 hours. Then I asked the driver, where are we now? He said, we're still in New York. 2 hours. The road is clear. The guy is speeding 120 miles per hour. And when I asked him, he said, we are still in New York. We have not left yet. So he told me, after 30, 40 minutes, they told me now we are leaving New York. That's how huge the city is. And all these people are waiting for you to come and give them the truth. Do you have the knowledge to challenge the knowledge in New York? Do you know how much knowledge you need, even how to maneuver the train station alone? When I look at some of your faces, that one alone will discover. So, if you don't learn now, how are you going to do this? Because, so when I get to New York and I have to send you somewhere, I must come with you. How? You must go. Then you go. Then, prophet, I don't know where I am. I said, what do you mean? Didn't I show you? He said, yes, sir, you showed me. But when I got there, no. So please, learn. When you stay there, your brain opens. So that you will be prepared before you get there. Sometime back, I needed to send some people to America. And I look at the hours we'll be in plane. And the people have not started playing before. So I have to take them from here to Kumasi and come back to plane. So that they will test how the thing is. Some of you are laughing. That's what will happen to you. Because you will be confident. Let the plane take off. Oh God, baby. It's not easy at all. One of my brother's wife that went to America the first time, she's screaming the plane. Because when you are not used to plane, you think the engine is making noise into your ears. So you'll be screaming. It's not easy. So please learn. If you learn, your brain will develop. Because spirituality makes your human body better than the world. So please learn. Because we have work to do. Now, New York State, people from Poughkeepsie, which is part of New York, but it's a city outside New York, they can't drive into New York. Because New York City, 1 minute is $1 if you park your car. So they have to drive 50 miles to enter New York in the bush. You park there, train will come and pick you. And the train will bring you to Grand Central. And you can walk to your office. If you think you are being, bring your car and see. One time we went to Ghana embassy to collect visa. I was bringing some white people. We have to run because they delayed us at the embassy. While we were sitting down there, we are checking 1 minute, $1. 1 minute, $1. They delayed us, so when we got out of the embassy, we have to run so that we will save some money. But our end, we paid almost $200. Hey, $200 for car park. So this is a city that the devil has built. The place to enter the city is so busy that they dug under the sea. Double road, tunnel. So like Accra, people will enter through the sea from Tema and come into Accra Central. Because to enter is not easy. Everywhere entering is difficult because the city is busy. That's where they control the whole world. IMF, World Bank, all those nonsense, that's where it is. Every street has number. You must know. If you don't know your street number, you are lost. If you go to buy a ticket to go and pick a train, you must see on the ticket the train number you have to pick. If you don't look at it, you will just enter any train. Asan, why you are? It's not easy. In fact, that place alone, the indication have to keep. When I think about it sometimes, I wonder whether these people, will they work in New York or where will they work in? It's not easy at all. Okay, let's go ahead. Digital cell phones. That's another invention. The invention of digital cell phone was first made by J.C. Eugene, which invention has now exploded into digital world of cell phone systems, which is from the black race potential. See, this phone, mobile phone we are holding, the first guy to bring the idea is a black man. But they will tell you. But we want you to know that you are not what they think you are. CCTV cameras. See CCTV everywhere. It took Maury von Braun and husband to invent CCTV cameras in 1966 to the benefit of the world today. All from black race. Spark plugs, using engine spark plugs. Out of the black race, a man called Edmund Berger successfully invented engine spark plugs in the year 1839. This means that even the black race has that which can kickstart us as the spark plug to fulfill the vision, the sight, the direction of the world. So you see, spark plug is what starts engine, two of us. Those of you who know car and driving. Why did it take a black man to invent spark plug? That means the whole world as an engine without us cannot be sparked. Can you get something? So you are the spiritual spark plug as a black person. Even physically, God used you. So spiritually, He can use you again for this world that the engine has gone off. When you look at the behavior in the world, it means the engine has gone off. The world's nuclear reactors. So you see, even in the nuclear reactor world, black people are involved. Do you know that what is known as gamma electric cells used in nuclear reactor stations was invented by the son of a black race, Henry Thomas, in 1971. He was the first black PhD holder in nuclear science in this world. I remember when I did physics, we learned about gamma rays, beta rays. These are nuclear dangerous rays. Radio rays are what you go to the hospital they use for you. X-rays. Even that one, when they put it on, the man goes out. Because gamma rays, they can go through metal. Yes. As mentioned above, there are few of the potentials and capabilities of the black race black race 2 times, cancel 1. Black race of our generation, confirming and showing that black race cannot be left out of this world. Must be redirected to become the better place for all race of this world. There are 2 black races there, cancel 1. Therefore, let us not, Therefore, let us not allow all the negative and downcasting identity and recognition hold us back or hinder our progress. But God sees us and knows us as the eye of the whole race of this world. So remember that the stone the builders rejected will be head cornerstone. Matthew 21:42. So we bring to an end the series of the identity of the black man, and we want to thank you for following up this series. And this last part proves that you, the black man, you are capable. It doesn't matter school. It doesn't have anything to do with education. It is just got to do with your readiness and your preparation. And God will use you to do. The people that God used in the Bible, they didn't go to any school. Yes. But Moses said they were the eye, the vision, the direction, and the sight. Because that is what God decided. So let's go and encourage ourselves and work hard as black people, because we have something to offer to this world that if we fail to, no race can do it. Yes. If we don't do it, no race can do it. Because it is meant for us. And that is why the world is at this state. That's the reason why the world is in this mess state. So please, let's be encouraged and let's regard ourselves by the information we have received. I want to bring this to a close and then thank you for allowing yourself to be taught, and then also open up for questions. If there is any questions we can answer. And then also, if you want to support this wedding course, remember the number is 055-459-8076. We have a mighty work to do. Look at how much I am describing New York City, how we need to bring missionaries. Look at these people that are roaming about, young people, presenting information that is falsehood. I don't want to mention names. How much more we who have the truth? So we need your support. And God richly bless you for every support. Those of you who are here, you want to also support what we are here for, you are welcome. God bless you in advance for support.